Welcome back to your 5-Minute Football Fix. I'm Steven Miranda.
I'm Jeff Ellis, and it is Wednesday, August 31st, 2011.
Today we're talking about Cedric Benson having a change of heart and home.
The NFL announces the artist coming up for this week.
We will speculate on the next $100 million man in the NFL.
And finally, we end you with some Twitter talk.
All right, Cedric Benson, we talked about him yesterday, Jeffrey, and he was originally going to turn himself in on October 17th, the Monday leading up to the Cincinnati Bengals bye, but he's had a change of heart. He turned himself in last night.
You see, what happened was I thought that if I went to jail on the 17th, that I wouldn't have to miss any games because I'm going to be good in jail, and now I thought that I'm a good teammate, so I'm going to go to jail now and make sure that I don't miss any games.
Yeah, the Bengals basically said, Cedric, you need to go get and deal with your thing in jail now. Get it over with. Come back. And that way we don't have to worry with that distraction during the middle of the season. Jeffrey, they play the Cleveland Browns week 1, and he will most likely not be out of jail by then, so I don't know if that's a good thing. Well, you know what? They weren't beating the Browns.
They weren't, but it was one of the chances they had at maybe winning a game.
Not
and now when
Cleveland.
they don't have Cedric on the field, come on, guy. Get it together. If you're really thinking of your teammates, do this 5 days ago.
He should have done it. Now, Jeffrey, what do you got about the NFL?
Well, they've announced the axe for next week.
The who?
The axe.
The bloody axe again?
Steven, not the bloody axe. The axe.
Oh, the body spray. I use it all the time. It's really good.
No, the performers, the acts.
Oh, the artists.
The artists who will be opening up for the kickoff game, the big kickoff game. The game against the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field is a big event. They do a 4-hour pregame. They have big concerts and everything, and they've announced the bands and the artists that are going to be playing.
The
acts.
Acts. Okay, the ACTS acts.
Not AXE.
Okay. All right, well, those acts I'm not very thrilled with, Jeffrey. There's Kid Rock.
Hey. White rappers, hey.
Lady Antebellum, I've never heard of them.
No, I actually used it the other day, and I found that it was a little irritating to my foot. But remember, friends, if you try it, if rash continues, please discontinue use if rash persists.
All right, and finally, Maroon 5. I haven't heard of these guys in years.
Come on. Let's just do it all right. Let's bring back the Beastie Boys and Kid Rock. We're already doing Kid Rock. Who else? What else old school?
I mean, let's have a reunion of like NSYNC and back to Boys to Men. And
the Backstreet Boys.
Seriously, Lady Antebellum, never heard of them. I did find out it is a very attractive, nice young lady.
Yes, very pretty.
And 2 guys. Why she has the 2 guys,
we'll never know. How about Phil Collins? He hasn't done anything in a long time.
Phil Collins would probably not be a good kickoff. I just want someone that's going to come on and boom and blow it up and let's kick off the season, baby.
Yeah, no.
I heard Lady Antebellum's first song and it was all mellow and
it was beautiful.
And I love it. Hey, give me some football.
We need football kind of music, booms and bangs. Now, the league's next $100 million quarterback's what we're set to talk about next.
Hold on 1 second. Let's take a look at this for a second. This is yesterday's $100 million man, Mike Vick.
I know, but who's next?
Who's next?
Next?
That is a great question.
Here's the deal. Tom Brady, he signed for $90+ million this offseason. And Peyton Manning could have gotten $100 million. He decided not to allow them to have some cap space and sign some other guys. So he's at $98 million. And then little brother chimes in at $97.5 million. Yep. Carson Palmer's got $120 million, which he won't see most of because he's retired.
Stop retiring!
And get paid. But he has to play for the Bengals, Steven.
No, there you go. I'm retired.
There's the problem there. Mike Vick, as we said, has gotten this contract twice. The Atlanta Falcons gave him $113 million before the whole bad thing. Now, who's due next, Steven?
Well, Drew Brees kind of let it slip yesterday that his agent and the New Orleans Saints are working a contract extension. If the New Orleans Saints are right, and they should be, Drew Brees will be the next $100 million man.
Couldn't agree more. Notice I said couldn't agree more. We'll get to that later. Couldn't agree more, because Drew Brees is not just the face of this franchise. He is the face of the entire New Orleans area and all the rebuilding done post-Katrina. And Drew has worked tirelessly in all of his charitable endeavors, Stephen, and he certainly is deserving of a big, fat contract. They don't want to let him walk at the end of this year.
Well, speaking of big, fat contracts, that leads us to Twitter talk and Chris Johnson. Basically, Chris Johnson couldn't care less, Jeffrey.
No. He could care less.
Well, let me read it to you. Can these fake Titan fans STFU, we won't say that on air, on my timeline? I don't have a regular job, and so don't compare me to you, and I can care less if you think I'm greedy.
Remember, Chris, if you can care less, do care less. Jeff Ellis, annoying 101 is stop caring less. If you can care less, do. And if you can't care less, that's the phrase, I can't care less, I couldn't care less. That's where you want to be.
That's when you tell us that you can't care less.
Otherwise, do.
I'm Stephen Miranda.
I'm Jeff Ellis.
For your 5-minute football fix. Out.